So just wanted to say, one, that stay to the end for pictures and videos from the past couple years through all of this, and then two, still have these things, but they're more controlled now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different than normal. It's going to be a chill video. It's going to be low-key. It is like 8 o'clock in the morning. Low-key. Sorry for the light changes. So this video is going to be a story of how I got sick and couldn't walk for 6 months. So, okay, a little backstory to this video. I have always had something going on medically with me my whole life. In 3rd grade, I got diagnosed with celiac disease. You know, it was minor. So I dealt with it. I went gluten-free, and all was okay, I guess. I still had a lot of flare-ups and like cross-contamination, pain, and all that stuff, but I was okay. And then the end of 3rd grade, I injured my ankle, and we couldn't figure out why it was so painful and why it didn't heal, and so like all through 4th grade, I was in crutches, I was in a boot, I was in a wheelchair, I was just in a lot of pain, and it wouldn't heal, and we didn't figure out why. But again, I dealt with it, and it was okay, I guess. And then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I had a lot of joint pain, like extreme joint pain in my knees and ankles, which led me to not be able to walk some days. Like, it would be so random. Like, one day I'd be able to freaking do track, and the next day I would not be able to walk, and we didn't understand why. We went to so many doctors. Well, at the time we thought it was so many doctors. Little did I know I'd go to so many more. But I'd get made fun of in school because everyone thought I was lying and faking, because I was always injured to them, and nobody understood, which I didn't understand either. No one understood. So yeah, it was hard for a kid to deal with. But again, I dealt with it, and that's really it. So then 8th grade started. I started training my dog. I made an Instagram for my dog, and I met a whole bunch of other service dog handlers and dog trainers and like so many cool people, and I met so many friends I still have today. But being in that dog community, I found out about a whole bunch of illnesses and diseases I never knew even existed. So that was a good thing for me to find out about, because that helped me get diagnosed. Then December 31st, 2016, New Year's Eve, I randomly in the middle of the day got really dizzy and my head started pounding. So I laid down, and then like 30 minutes went by and I was okay. So I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was a little weird. But then I went on with my day. New Year's happened, whatever. And then a couple more times throughout the next couple days, it happened again and again. Like, I was bowling with my friends and I got really dizzy, and I didn't understand why. I didn't know what would come after. But so the next week or two, on and off, I would not be able to get up out of bed. I'd be in bed for days, and with dizziness, migraines, weakness, overall weakness of my whole body. I had a family Christmas party, and I was able to get out of bed, and I thought I was doing better. Like January 6th maybe of the next, like, of 2017. I thought I was doing better, but the whole party, I was so out of it. Like, I could not be in the moment with everyone, and it was weird. And then I got back home, and then that's when it all went downhill. Was in bed all day, every single day for, well, overall 6 months. but for January, so my parents were really worried about me and my health and everything, obviously. So my mom brought me to the emergency room on January 10th, 2017, and I was there for hours and hours and came back home and they found nothing wrong with me. No one understood why, that I was not able to walk or do anything. I was so weak to do anything. I followed up with a neurologist. Let's say his name, Dr. P. Dr. P was an interesting guy. Right after I got there, he made me go to the urgent care and get an IV cocktail for migraines to see if it would help me. It didn't help me. So I went to Dr. P for a couple more weeks. I even got injections into my head. That was painful. So at this time, I was being homeschooled because I couldn't attend school. I was on homebound, so I would meet with a tutor every day for an hour or two and get my schoolwork done, and this went on for 6 months. We went to so many doctors, and again, no one understood yet what was wrong with me. As the time went by, I had nothing to do, so I was researching what could be wrong with me, which generally it's not supposed to be something you do, because you know, you find out you might have cancer or you might have like a rare disease, but like it never happens, you know? Me, I was researching so much to find out what could be wrong with me. I found out about this disease called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I found out about that condition because other people who had the same symptoms as me had that disease. So I was checking it out and stuff, and I was like, wow, like I could have this. Like this could be what was wrong with me. Like this could be something that I could get treatment for and that I could be better, you know? I wanted to be a normal kid. I wanted to do all the things with my friends and stuff. I told my mom about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and she spent so long like researching and stuff, and everyone kind of knew that this was what was wrong with me. So we went to a geneticist. We waited so long to get in, and I was in so much pain waiting up for this appointment. It was like actual torture. So we went to this doctor in March of 2017, and he really believed that I could have this too, and that could be what was wrong with me. We had genetic testing done, which took weeks and weeks to get the results back. Nothing came back in the blood work, so he assumed I had HEDS, or hypomobility type Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And in this time, I still couldn't walk. I still couldn't do anything. I was not living a life, pretty much. Soon after that appointment, I started getting heart palpitations. I didn't know what they were. And my heart, I just would feel it racing and racing every time I'd be up and standing and stuff. So, I would also get chest pains, and it just wasn't fun. We started going to cardiologists. Yay! I had Holter monitors done, I had echoes, I had a lot. That doctor did not believe I had anything. With Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it comes with comorbidities, which means that Ehlers-Danlos syndrome causes other illnesses to arise. And that was what was happening. I kind of forget what's next. Okay, during this time, I was in physical therapy 3 times a week for my whole body to get to walk again and stuff. And I actually went on this machine called like the zero gravity or something like that. I can walk without having pressure on my legs. So that's how I learned how to walk. So I was working really hard at physical therapy, trying to get to walk again. Fast forward to the end of June of 2017, I decided that I was physically able to start using crutches instead of a wheelchair. So I was doing that for a couple weeks, months, I don't remember. I think like a month I was on crutches. Then a month or so later, I started walking. Finally, it was honestly like it was great. I obviously wasn't better. I was still really sick. Fast forward, school year. Next school year, I was gonna be a freshman in high school. I went for like a week and then on and off for like a couple months, and then I had to go on homebound again, so I wasn't in school for freshman year. I was homeschooled and it sucked. I was walking, but I was still sick. During the next school year, like February of 2018, February of 2018, I started having more symptoms, new symptoms. Of course, just what I need. I was having nausea after I ate. It was really bad and it kept getting worse with the next month. But the end of February, I went to this doctor called Dr. S. He performed a tilt table test on me and he decided that I had POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which was the reason I was getting chest pain and my heart rate was high all the time and I was getting dizzy, and which also caused the migraine. So I got an answer for a part of what was wrong with me. But it was good that I finally knew that there was something wrong with me, and that the doctors who told me straight up to my face that I was faking. There was doctors who told me that I was faking. I went to a couple doctors, I won't name them, but they weren't great. There's this one doctor, he was a rheumatologist. He was in the city, and I went to him. I was so hopeful for this appointment to get answers. Didn't get the answers. He pretty much told me that I needed mental help and that I had nothing wrong with me and that I was causing this. So, which caused me to break down in his office. I was sobbing and I was putting my shoes back on. I was telling him to stop talking. I was telling my mom that we're leaving. And then my mom was just shocked that he was doing this to me because there was obviously something wrong with me, and he just didn't know what was wrong with me, so he pretty much came to the conclusion that I'm crazy, which I'm not. Honestly, that was a traumatic experience for me because I was in all this pain and all this discomfort and I had no answers for myself, and then he was there to tell me that I was crazy and I had nothing wrong with me. So yeah, I got diagnosed with POTS, and the next couple months I was losing weight really fast. I lost almost 25 pounds from my stomach condition that I know I have now. On April 23rd, 2018, my 15th birthday, we went to the city to go back to the geneticist from over a year ago, and he officially diagnosed me with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which, okay, it's a good and bad thing because it's good that I finally had answers, but bad because I know I had it. Like, I officially know I had it, which Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is not something to take lightly because it causes a lot of other things. So I went to the city, got diagnosed with EDS, and then after that we started on to the next diagnosis process. I was going to gastroenterologist, which is a stomach doctor, and she was running a whole bunch of tests on me. So I had an endoscopy, and then a month or so later I had another endoscopy and a colonoscopy. And then she ran a gastric emptying scan, which she concluded that I had gastroparesis. I was really struggling with gastroparesis all of last year. Also, I went to a rheumatologist and I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I was gonna be a sophomore in high school. I was hopeful for the new school year that I would be able to attend for the first time in 2 years. And I did. I made it through this whole year, and I'm so proud of myself for pushing through. And it wasn't easy, but it definitely was doable, obviously. So that is very exciting. I made new friends. I was just living life, you know? And then that was the start of my mental health decline. So yeah, that was my story of how I couldn't walk for 6 months. I hope this helped people. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, whether health related or anything, honestly. I am now living with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, POTS, gastroparesis, fibromyalgia, and celiac disease, along with mental illnesses. I will see you next time. Peace. Shut up.
Sit down.